I gotta ask about the casting call that everybody seems to think is Negan. It seems as though one of the other EPs more or less confirmed it, but did not. Do you have anything to add?
There's no one who would be more excited to see Negan on the show than me. And I think the arc right now in the comic book with his character is so interesting. He's gone through so many different evolutions where he was a threat and then he wasn't a threat and now he's a threat again. And I love the idea of having a villain who is not going to be done with a one-season arc.
One of the things that I think is really interesting about Negan is he follows something we saw a little bit on the TV show in the earlier seasons, which is we don't kill him, and then we really regret that later.
That's what certainly happened in the comic book.
Yeah.
Was when you let that kind of evil fester, sometimes it can infect the innocent people, as we've seen in the comic book.
Now, there are a lot more innocent people now that we're in Alexandria.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who are fairly naive.
Fairly naive. They're beyond naive. They haven't had the opportunity to see the TV series, so they haven't seen that, and they haven't really been outside the walls very much.
How would you compare the folks in Alexandria to, say, the people on Fear the Walking Dead who have less experience, but they've had to deal with things hands-on?
I think that in Alexandria, it's an upper middle class community. They've really not had to scrap at all. If you see that, the housing, it's like 800,000 and above. It's very much, a stratus that most people can't even imagine. And yet, in Fear the Walking Dead, we're dealing with people who are middle class, lower middle class, and immigrants. And as we've seen with Daniel Salazar, an immigrant who came from a war-torn country where difficult choices had to be made.
Now, is it difficult to switch gears a little bit, because Fear has been a very different kind of, like for you guys, it's a different kind of show, it's a different kind of even promotion, and now you're getting back into this. Is it jarring, or is it just
No, we started filming The Walking Dead back in May. So, every year in May I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Atlanta. And we started up Fear the Walking Dead in January. So we had plenty of time to, sort of switch gears.
Now, I'll ask one last thing and I'll let you get on, but is there a character this season, and I'm not asking for a spoiler, I'm just saying, is there somebody on the show that we should really keep our eye on who has a really powerful arc coming up?
I love Lenny James as Morgan. I think that people are going to really love where we take that character this season.
Thank you so much.